Greetings, one and the other couple of people that might watch this. Mike here, Dezaras Prime, back with the Titans Return review. And today we are looking at Sky Shadow. Now this guy he's an obscure character. Hasn't really shown up much. He showed up in Victory as Black Shadow. And I think he was either a bounty hunter or was being hunted by Great Shot, but he was there with his mate Blue Bacchus, and it didn't end well for them, and that's pretty much it for him there. And I think he stopped by for a coffee in IDW and died. Don't know. So it's strange that such an obscure character gets such a badass figure. So I think there was a deluxe a few years ago of Black Shadow, Sky Shadow. I think that was when the name Sky Shadow came out, because before that he was Black Shadow. And yeah, it's just I like it though. I'm not complaining. I like it when they do epic toys based on obscure figures, like and they're probably Quick Switch would be a good example, because he was a bit obscure, like right at the late end of G1, and then he got like a name drop in G2 and stuff like that. I'm trying to think who else. Don't know. Punch is another one. Didn't really get. He's a very intriguing character, but didn't really have a lot of screen time or page time, and yet he has a very good figure. Yeah, those are the only two I can think off the top of my head at the minute. Skyhammer from Dark of the Moon wasn't even in the fucking film. Who is Skyhammer? And yet he gets a kick-ass Voyager. So I like it when and a Voyager that isn't even, it's an original mold as well with Skyhammer. So I like it when characters that don't get a lot of love on screen or in print, that they get the love in plastic. Now this guy is I believe a pre-tool. I think he came before Overlord. But it's the same pretense, not pretense, same. It's the same mold, it's just heavily redone. That word's gonna bug me now. It's not pretense because that means to lie. Don't know what I was gonna say. Sorry, it's getting on my tits. I don't know. I'm going to stop before I stand there, sit here just monging out. Yeah, he is, same principle. He is heavily retooled, or pre-tooled. Overlord is heavily retooled of him. You wouldn't look at it. You wouldn't think, looking at the two side by side in their robot modes, that they are the same toy. At least to me, anyway, because they're just so different. Do a proper comparison when we get to Overlord, but for now we're looking at Sky Shadow. First of all, let's look at the face. That is, again, for a guy that is barely used, he looks mean as fuck. He looks fucking evil. The way that the silver painted face, the way the fucking shadow drops below his eyes or all around his eyes, and on that left hand side of his face, his left, even a little bit on his right, just makes him look menacing as fuck. And yet they barely do anything with him in media. It's just a gorgeous fucking head, that. It is fucking intimidating, menacing, scary. It's right out of a fucking horror movie. And then the chest. You got some nice detail on the chest. The black, red and silver all go together really nice. I always like that particular colour combo. The flat grey, you've got multiple shades of grey. You haven't got 50, but you've got more than one. And that's disregarding the silver, because silver's shiny. But you've got like dark grey forearms and hands, and then the dark grey's up there as well, but on the thighs you've got a more standard grey. That usual grey that he has. You've got silver on the abs again as well. This is really nicely detailed. I really like the detail on this figure. And there's a little touch of yellow on the chest there. Some nice moulding in there, and those vent abs I really dig those vent abs, and then like I said, the silver that goes underneath. It's a really well sculpted, well crafted figure, this is. He's got the willy wheel that tends to stick a bit. I'm going to stop doing that. The hips, crotch is a bit plain, but you know, he's got his two like Decepticon symbols on it. There's a lot of silver paint on this, actually, which was surprising, because you don't. They tend to like go favour grey, don't you? They'll skimp on the silver. He's got his Decepticon symbols on there. They're tampoed, I believe, which is nice. And then the shoulders here, they've got these weird little gun things, so he can like just shoot if someone's coming down at him. Like, he can just shoot them. Or if they're coming directly from above, then he can just shoot them, so it's like death from below. Yeah, nice little play on that there, isn't it? Forearm has got a nice bit of silver there. I wish the hands were painted, or there was some more detail on this part of the forearm, because it's a bit bland, except for that little bit of silver there. Legs, pretty standard. Bit of red on the knees, some nice sculpting in there. Do you know, I'm really hating how much I say sculpting. It's really doing my nut in. I'm doing my own tits in. Again, a bit of silver on the toes there, just to add a bit of colour to it. And then around here, the red for the treads. Red treads. And then yeah, around the back is basic. Tank, fair. And then he's got that stuff. Like Overlord, I believe you can you take this off? Or is that... I think that's stuck on there, actually. You can put it down if you want him to have the... If you don't want that showing up on the back. I leave it up just to add a bit more of a silhouette. His gun is... It looks like it would have a missile in it, 'cause it's got the hole there, but as you can see, it's closed off. It's a decent little gun. At least they've made the effort to paint it. You've got the silver barrel and the black handle and the red in between bit. I don't talk gun, so you have to bear with me. And then this weird ass little... Oh, I think that's not supposed to come off with that. Sort of like, I don't know what that is. It's a little fucking jet thing. I remember when I get to robot mode, you can set a Titan Master in there, it looks like, and he can ride it. Don't know. it's a strange one, that. It'll probably make more sense when I get to the vehicle modes, but yeah, let's go over his points of articulation. Because on Overlord, that comes off, and then it sits on his arm. Obviously not with this. We'll do points of articulation, then we will look at Ominus. His Ominus Titan Master. So as you can see, while I was talking complete shit there, his head does a full 360, it goes all the way around. The arms can go out all the way. Bit loose on this side. He has the forearm bend, elbow bend, sorry, and the forearm upper bicep swivel. No wrist swivel, which is a shame. No waist swivel, for obvious reasons. Knees go out a little bit, hindered by his hip plate. Try to look at Overlord, see whether he has a but he's kind of like hid by Galvatron, so, and Skywarp, so I can't see him. Bend at the knees, and then the legs go out as well. And then he has the feet are a bit weird because you can apparently that's a way to make him seem taller, or some bollocks. I don't care about that because he's tall enough for me. But you've got a bit of toe motion there, I guess, bit of toe in the heel. If he wants to like, yeah, I'm bigger than you. Stand flat-footed. No, I'm bigger than you. Or some shit. Bit of ankle tilt as well there. So a lot of articulation, a lot of shit in my dressing gown sleeve, a lot of posability with this toy. It's a good one. I didn't get him at full price because I was like, it's a bit obscure, but it's a victory character. And I mentioned before, I think I forgot to mention him when I was on about like Lio Kaiser, doing my Lio Kaiser review, and I'm like, he's one for the victory shelf with Star Saber, and that's it. I think I said God Jinra would count, but yeah, Sky Shadow, completely forgot about him. Soz. Yeah, anyway, let's have a look at, and he has the half helmet to release the Titan Master. Let's have a look at Ominus, who is, well, he's Ominus. Not a lot to him. As you can see, he's head's a bit plain. We're getting a good focus on the Titan Master for once. That's nice. And most people hate Mondays. It's Monday as I'm recording this. Don't ever go out on a Monday, but the head is standard, fair. Can't really see much in there. Chest is grey, arms black, upper legs black, darker grey for the shins and feet and calves. So yeah, a nice fucking. It's in keeping with the name Ominus. It's like all the. I don't want to say dark colours because that's quite light on his chest, but he's the colourless colours. That's the best way to describe it, I think. Let's have a look at him in his so even there, and those eyes aren't painted, I don't think. No. I think he might be rocking a little bit of guy liner, but it's just the way that black just falls onto his. Come on, there we are. It's just the way the shadow from the well, he is Sky Shadow, isn't he, or Black Shadow? So it really works. If they've been allowed to keep the Black Shadow name, it's got all that goatee and chin strap, but those eyes, man, the yellow eyes, and come on, you had it a minute ago. Stop it. Yeah, don't focus on my dead eyes. Focus on his dead eyes. It's just all that black around there really and the silver paint, I believe, it really casts a glorious shadow on his fucking face around the eyes. That is one of the best Titan Master head sculpts I've seen. It's just fucking glorious. You could probably see a bit of the guy liner thing there, so that would accentuate the shadow coming down. It's sharp and menacing. It's like if the Undertaker was a Transformer. Yeah, I really like that fucking Titan Master head sculpt. It is banging. Anyway, now you can focus on my dead eyes. Thank you. Let's have a look at his vehicle modes next, and then we'll go to base mode after. Okay, so we're into vehicle modes. I say modes because this has two. It's probably one of those things where you can tell it's the Overlord pre-tool. But credit to them, they did try and put their own spin on it with the character and the molding and stuff. It's this jet is fucking nice. It's we'll get the bad out of the way. There's a massive gap at the back because, you know, that's where the waist is. Underneath you've got obvious upper transformer torso evidence, but it still looks fucking mean as fuck from there. You've got again those guns that, you know, can rotate around and shoot fulls from all angles. You've got some lovely, that black and the red, the silver and the grey, and then you've got a bit of gold on the back as well that might seem out of place, but it works. It works. And it kind of like, it breaks it up a bit as well, I guess. Adds a bit of variety to it. Let's look at the some of the detailing in here. Like the molded detail is fucking phenomenal. Like just the vents and the mechanical bits on the wings. Nice stripes and Decepticon symbols on the wings there. I like the jagged wings as well, like they're not flat, they go down sharply at the tips, so that's a nice thing. I think they're stickers. Yeah, they're stickers. I think the ones on the shoulders are stickers as well, actually, but yeah, I thought they were tamped on, but they're not. Yeah, really digging this jet mode. You can take Ominus and sit him in the cockpit, like so. And has it got that thing where he can pop out the bottom as well? I don't know. Pretty sure one of them had the feet, you could pop them out the bottom as well. But no, it looks like with this one he just sits in the top. But that fucking nice translucent red cockpit window, it really does make this jet look menacing as fuck. I really do like it. Check out fucking Ominus, and you can all those like ports and stuff, holes that you can plug the weapons into, so you can have gun on there if you want, but that just makes it look dumb. On the side, it doesn't really fit because the wings point down. That thing, still haven't tried figuring out that handle bit's loose. I tried putting it on there, and when the tank came to take it off, only that bit came off, the peg stuck in there, so that was a bastard to get out, so I wouldn't recommend trying that. I think it's just a bonus feature, because I know Overlord doesn't have this thing, so I don't know. The tank is pretty standard fare. You put the gun in the tank. That's the best place for it, I'd say. It's a nice little tank though. It's fucking, again, you can put Ominus in there or a different Titan Master if you so choose. Just put the lid down. I do like the black and red colour. Black and red's my favourite colour combination. I use it for a lot of things. Dezaras is black and red. His costume. My main character on 2K, on the WWE 2K game, has a black and red colour palette most of the time. There's just something about black and red that I really like. I mean, black and anything goes well. I like black and purple as well, but black and red's the one, my main go-to. And it just looks fucking evil. It looks, it's basic. It's like, as tanks go, it's basic, bitch. So easy to transform, which is a good thing with these figures, I guess, because you've got to do 2 fucking vehicles. But they're fun, and it looks fucking badass. You got the red wheels under the treads, and underside, yeah, clearly legs, and there's the willy wheel. But you got the gun again, silver barrel, red thingamy bit. Some nice detailing on the top, like there. You think that's where they'd come out, but no, they come out of there. Bit of red at the back. Some nice moulding on it. And Titan Master Ports as well, so he can ride his little mates into battle. I don't know, it's just simple, but it does it really well. I love the tank mode. It's the tits. Jet mode's nice as well. Again, black and red. You can't go wrong with black and red. It's like, it just has this aura about it. And yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the vehicles. They are pretty basic. Like I said, basic bitch. But they're fun. And they feel good. And they hold together well. And it's just all in all a really good figure. I mean, I'd have been happy if I passed on this and never got it. And I'd have been happy with Overlord. But just having that mould and those features in black and red, just, yeah. It's like the Dez tank. It's awesome. Anyway, base mode. Okay, so just a quick note on the jet mode. I found where that weird thing goes. Apparently it goes there, which does add a bit of an extension. I don't know if you're supposed to use it in jet mode. I know it goes there for the base mode. That's what I found out because I'm converting to base mode. But I guess it kind of works if you want to add a bit of an extension. It's just, it's not moulded in there very well. Massive gap there, as you can see, between the nose cone and the extension part. The nose cone's pointed, that bit around there is squared. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where, I guess, if you want it there, you can have it there. But it's not necessary. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that bit in there because, you know, found it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to finish off base mode. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this. You know, being same mold as Overlord, I was expecting an Overlord style base mode, but this is not an Overlord style base mode. There are a lot of differences. I will cover that when we get to the Overlord review. But this is Black Shadow, or Sky Shadows base mode. And it's really quite nice, actually. You've got your little tank thing up there that you can fit Ominus in. And then you've got Titan Master ports. It's hard to tell where the ports are because it's black. But they're on the knees there. And for some reason, this doesn't want to focus again. Yeah, black ports there. Same around there. Is that one on the wing? No. I probably want to put those side bits down as well. Forearms have got Titan Master ports there. So you can man those rear turrets so it's got protection from both sides, front and back. So yeah, it's not a bad little base mode actually. I still like blasters and sound waves better because they don't look as much like a robot trying to be a Star Angel. Primes just looks weird. I mean, it looks like how it's supposed to look, just looks weird, but Blaster and Soundwave really have that little mini disco vibe going on with their base modes. That might be why I appreciate it so much, because they've got a gimmick to go with it. But with you know, Black Shadow, you don't. Still a good base mode though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting all the fucking leaders in the base modes. Actually, I think I've only got this and Overlord when it comes to Titans Return Decepticon leaders, apart from Six Shot, but yeah, putting them in base mode and linking them up with Tripticon when I get to that, that'll be a fun thing to do. Yeah, Sky Shadow's base mode is pretty decent. It looks, yeah, quite like it. Again, something different than Overlord, so I can appreciate that. Anyway, camera's starting to lose focus a little bit for some reason. I'll wrap it up here. I'm not going to go back to the table. Yeah, this has been my review of Titan's Return Sky Shadow, or Black Shadow. Very good figure. Really enjoy it. A lot of stuff that makes him different to Overlord. Well worth getting both of them if you can, in my opinion. Yeah, I've been Dezaras Prime. You've been wonderful, and you shall see me next time.